Members, it's time and we have a quorum. First, confirmation of the minutes of the 6th meeting held on the 20th of November 2015. The minutes have been forwarded to members. Can we confirm the minutes, please? Thank you. Matters arising, my meeting with the Chief Secretary for Administration, nothing to report. Business arising from previous Council meetings. Legal Service Division reports on bills referred to the House Committee in accordance with Rule 54(4). Legal Advisor, please. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, the first bill is Mandatory Provident Fund Schemes Amendment Bill 2015. The paper number is LS 12/15-16. The bill seeks to amend the principal ordinance to bring in a new statutory requirement to provide that for approved trustees, they must provide a default investment strategy. This is for members who have not made choices on investment to use the default investment strategy. On the 6th of July 2015, the panel on financial affairs was consulted. Members raised questions on the new DIS and how it's to be used. There is actually a transitional arrangement. Existing members may choose to opt out of the new DIS. So the bill will only commence 6 months after the gazetted date. Members who wish to set up a Bills Committee, Ms. Sidho proposes a Bills Committee. Who would like to join, please? Okay, the Secretary will circulate papers. Next bill, please. Legal Advisor. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The next bill is Deposit Protection Scheme Amendment Bill 2015. Paper number LS 14/15-16. The bill amends the Deposit Protection Scheme Ordinance to change the payout approach and how it's calculated. At the moment, it's on a net basis. It's to be changed to a gross basis. That means the liabilities of the depositors against the bank would not be considered. The government says that this measure will help to speed up the payment of compensation to depositors. The ordinance will also be amended to enable the Hong Kong Deposit Protection Board to notify affected depositors by electronic means. The panel on financial affairs was consulted on the 4th of May. Members generally supported the bill, but they raised some questions about some of the arrangements. We are still looking at the bill from the legal point of view, so we'll see if members wish to set up Bills Committee. Mr. Sin Chung Kai's proposes a subcommittee. Who would like to join, please? Okay, the Secretary will circulate the paper. Legal Service Division report on subsidiary legislation gazetted on the 20th of November 2015 and tabled in Council on the 25th of November 2015. Legal Service Advisor. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There are 3 items of subsidiary legislation. Paper number LS 11/15-16. The first one, Interpretation and General Clauses Ordinance Amendment of Schedule 6 Order 2015. This order is to amend Schedule 6 to Cap 1 of Hong Kong laws, is to add the Secretary for Innovation and Technology to the list of public officers, empowered to signify the exercise of statutory powers and the performance of statutory duties by the CE. Because the Innovation and Technology Bureau has been set up, so this is a corresponding amendment. The second item is also to do with the establishment of the Innovation and Technology Bureau. That is, declaration of change of titles, Communications and Technology Branch and Secretaries of Communications and Technology Branch Notice 2015. This is to change the title of the Communications and Technology Branch of the Commerce and Economic Development Bureau to the Communications and Creative Industries Branch. The Redfin Post titles will also be changed. These 2 orders will commence on the 20th of November 2015 when they were gazetted. In other words, on the date of the establishment of the ITB, the names have been changed. Members, do you wish to set up a subcommittee? No. Legal Advisor then. The last item is Securities and Futures, Contracts, Limits and Reportable Positions Amendment to Rules 2015. The rules amends the principal ordinance. So for 3 types of London Metal Mini futures contracts and stock futures contracts on shares are added to Schedule 1. And for these contracts, prescribed limits are set and also portable positions are set. The second amendment is to repeal 3 existing stock options contracts in the principal ordinance. They're to be replaced with a general item to cover all stock options contracts on shares or units of ETFs. The panel on financial affairs was not consulted. The commencement date will be the 15th of January 2016. Members, do you wish to set up a subcommittee? Mr. Sin Chung Kai proposes a subcommittee. Who would like to join, please? Okay, the Secretariat will circulate relevant papers. Further business for the Council meeting of the 2nd of December 2015. The next meeting will be on the 2nd of December. It will start at 11 a.m. It will adjourn at around 8 p.m. If business is not completed, the meeting will resume on Thursday at 9 p.m. Tabling of papers. Report number 6/15 to 16 of the House Committee on Consideration of Subsidiary Legislation and Other Instruments. There are 19 items. The deadline for commencement will expire at the Council meeting of the 2nd of December. Some members expressed and indicated a wish to speak on 7 of the items. So as the chairman of the House Committee, I will be moving motions to note the relevant reports. Well, there's more than 1 item of subsidiary legislation, so I will go by the items considered by the subcommittee, and I'll propose 2 sessions for considering these items. The first session will be on solicitors legal practitioners ordinance, section 73 and 73A. And the legislation enacted under these 2 sections. The second second session will be the building standards of sanitary fitments, plumbing, drainage works, and latrines amendment regulation 2015. Members, do you have any comments on that? No. Business for the Council meeting of the 9th of December 2015. All questions 22, 6 oral and 16 written. Bill first reading and moving of second reading. No notice has been received yet. Bill resumption of debate on second reading, committee stage, and third reading. That's 1. Copyright Amendment Bill 2014. Government motions. 2 proposed resolutions to be moved by the Secretary for Transport and Housing under Section 5(3)(b) of the Public Bus Services Ordinance Cap 230 in relation to 2 bus companies. The first one is on the City Bus Limited, and the second one is on New Lantau Bus Company 1973 Limited. Legal advisor, please. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Paper number LS 13/15 to 16. The 2 resolutions seek the approval of the Legislative Council so that the profit control scheme under the relevant franchise ordinance will not apply to the new 10-year franchise granted to City Bus Limited and New Lantau Bus Company. Now, on the 7th of July 2015, the panel on transport was consulted, but members did not have any discussion on the matter. Thank you. Members, do you wish to set up a subcommittee? Mr. Wu Chi-wai proposes a subcommittee. Who would like to join, please? Okay, the Secretariat will circulate papers. So by convention, I will inform the administration and ask them to withdraw the motion so the subcommittee will have sufficient time to consider the items. members' motions. Motion on actively studying the establishment of a middle-class commission to be moved by Mr. Tommy Cheung, and reconstructing the image of Hong Kong's tourism industry by Mr. Yu Si Wing. Deadline for giving notice of amendments is the 2nd of December, Wednesday. Yes, Mr. Chen, Ray Chen. About the Copyright Amendment Bill 2014, do you have a timetable, please? Because we expect that the meeting will go on till Friday. We'll let you know next week what the meeting arrangement is. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Position on committees and subcommittees. There are two items. The period for amendment will expire on the 9th of December. This list has been tabled for members' information. If members wish to speak on these two items, please indicate by 5 p.m. on the 1st of December, Tuesday. Vote position on bills, committees, and subcommittees. There are 11 Bills Committee in action as at the 26th of November. There are also 8 subcommittees under the House Committee and 7 subcommittees on policy issues under panels. There are 5 subcommittees on panel matters on policy matters on the waiting list. No other business. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.